Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel that I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It's time to stand up in today's Young and the Restless spoilers. The Young and the Restless, YNR, spoilers for Tuesday, July 8th, reveal that Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, will suggest divorce, while Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinle, finds a surprise source of comfort. Some marriage proposal prep is also on the way, so here's what YNR fans can expect. For starters, Danny Romalotti, Michael Damian, will talk to Daniel Romalotti Jr., Michael Graziadei, about planning a special night for Christine Blair, Laura Lee Bell. Viewers will recall that Danny recently opened up to Daniel about his desire to propose to Christine, so now it's time to nail down his plans and follow through with them. Danny may be a bit nervous about Christine's answer, but he'll also be hopeful and will get some support from Daniel ahead of his bold move. While Danny prepares to pop the question, Tessa and Mariah Copeland's, Cameron Grimes, marriage will disintegrate even further. Mariah will understand why Tessa is livid with her blowing up their family without offering a real explanation. Although Mariah will acknowledge the pain and anger she's caused, it won't do much to help Tessa's frustrated mood. After Tessa blows up at Mariah for not letting her in, she'll hint about maybe making this separation permanent. Mariah and Tessa will have a difficult conversation about whether they can still fix this or if divorce is the only path forward. As for Victoria, she'll continue to struggle with grief now that Cole Howard, J. Eddie Peck, has passed away. Victoria will feel lost and uncertain of what the future holds, but she won't have to go through this alone. Somebody from Victoria's past is going to step up and console her on Tuesday's YNR episode. Although Victoria and Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, have been reconnecting lately, he may not be the person this spoiler is referring to. Victoria has a messy history with Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, but they've shared some nice moments here and there in recent months. It looks like another one is coming up after Chelsea gets updates on Cole's tragic fate. Chelsea will cross paths with Victoria soon enough and react to the awful news that Cole's gone. That'll give Chelsea a chance to embrace Victoria and offer some comfort when she needs it most. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Victoria will appreciate having someone to lean on, especially since her family's so far away right now. CDL will have other great Young and the Restless spoilers, updates, and news to read up on, so make us your favorite hotspot. Young and the Restless spoilers next week see Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, undressing for someone inappropriate, and Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, is fed up. She rejects a reunion with her wife. Young and the Restless spoilers, Audra's risky maneuvers and Victor's plan. So, by the end of this week, if you haven't seen yet, we've got Audra Charles ready to make her move to get Victor Newman's, Eric Braeden, money. She needs it to complete the launch of her new company, Vibrante. If you recall, Audra is supposed to break up Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller, and Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron. And Victor is the one who got Audra and Kyle the invitations, so she'd have time away from Genoa City, away from Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, and Claire. But there are a lot of eyes on Audra. Of course, Victor's watching and hoping she can make this split happen. But Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, is watching Audra. She's very worried that Victor and Audra are targeting Kyle. And of course, she's absolutely right. Young and the Restless spoilers showed that Damian Kane, Jermaine Rivers, warned Audra that he doesn't trust the way she's acting. He thinks something is up with her and Kyle. And Damian said he will not let Audra hurt his brother Nate on Young and the Restless. So Audra's got Diane and Damian both on her case, and that's bad. But Audra also has Kyle convinced they can get attention for both their companies with this perfume war idea she cooked up about Jabao and Vibrant, the at-present non-existent company. Seduction and deception. Audra's plan to entrap Kyle on YNR. Next week, Audra gets Kyle alone, away from Damian and Diane's prying eyes. So, we'll have to wait and see how Audra contrives this, but she's in a sexy baby blue bra and a pair of little silky tap pants with just a little shorty robe on top of it. Kyle is in her room on the rail car, is what it looks like. So, Audra is flaunting herself in this sexy little outfit, and she asked Kyle if he wants to brainstorm some ideas for their feud. Then, He's trying not to look at scantily clad Audra on Young and the Restless. We have Kyle telling her, "I'll leave." He tells Audra she can get dressed, and then they'll talk about it over lunch in the dining car. But as Kyle's standing up to go, Audra says, "Oh, no need to leave," and says she can get changed right there. Then, she drops her silky little robe, turning around with her back to him, showing off her very firm backside. She's in nothing but that bra and panty set. Inappropriate. And of course, Kyle's stunned. I'm betting he doesn't mind the view. Maybe it's going to remind him of when he used to enjoy that view up close and personal. And of course, this is all part of Audra's plan to seduce Kyle. But she's actually not really trying to seduce him. It's more that Audra is trying to fake seduce him to prove he's untrustworthy and unfaithful. Also, Claire will leave Kyle. Her plan seems deeply flawed. But if Audra is in just her skimpy sexy underthings and Diane or Damien walking on them, she's busted. If Victor or somebody snaps a photo of them together like that, Kyle's busted. Also, there is a chance that Kyle and Audra could really cross lines. Showrunner Josh Griffith teased that her old feelings bubble up and cause problems. So, we'll see. Also, next week, we have more on Mariah Copeland's mystery issue. She and Tessa Porter are arguing in the park. And Mariah tells Tessa she knows she's angry. She understands how she feels. Then, Mariah tells her wife she deserves the anger. She gets that Tessa is furious. Mariah is feeling alone and freaked out.
We all know she did a bad thing.
And she's also noticed that Tessa has been getting some comfort from Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziadei. And I think Tessa's likely to get a lot more comfort from Daniel because of what happens between her and her wife Mariah next week. So, Tessa's ranting at Mariah for thinking she understands how she's feeling. It's Big Young and the Restless drama. Tessa rages that she has no idea what's going on with Mariah or what she's feeling. If you recall, she told Tessa she can never tell her what she did. Plus, she said it's worse than a one-night stand. So, Mariah is really wrecked over this and had a flashback recently to getting drunk with the old dude. Did they kill somebody together? Or did Mariah toss the geyser down the stairs? If YR doesn't reveal it soon, I'm going to lose interest. I'm barely hanging on as it is. So, Tessa's clearly had it and tells Mariah maybe they should just make their separation permanent. Up to this point, Tessa's been extremely understanding and patient with Mariah. But since her wife won't spill, and she moved out of the house, it's just too much. And remember, Mariah's actually the one who asked Tessa for a separation and pact. Danny and Christine's engagement and Lily's new romance with Damon. Also coming up next week on YNR, in news that most people are not going to care about, Daniel gets a big update from his father. Danny Romalotti, Michael Damien, tells his son he's ready to propose to Christine Williams, Laura Lee Bell. Honestly, I assumed Danny already did it off-screen after he told Daniel a few weeks ago. And I wasn't sad that they didn't show it on Young and the Restless. If it was off-screen, that would have been fine. I suppose there are some hardcore Cricket Danny shippers out there waiting on this big moment. Well, you're about to get it. So, if that's you, yay. So, next week Danny and Christine toast to their connection to their past and their future. Of course, 100% that Danny's proposal is going to get a yes from Christine. Lucky for them, by the time Phyllis Summers' Michelle Stafford gets back to town, she's going to be hyper-focused on Kane. Their new alliance and her promise to screw over Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, and Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, has her focus. So, she may be a little bugged that Danny's engaged to the bug, but it's not going to be her primary focus. So, they're escaping her wrath, probably. Meanwhile, back in France, Damien Kane, Jermaine Rivers, tells Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, he understands why Kane's doing all he can to win Lily back. I mean, Damien's been into her for a while. Next week, Lily tells Damien she needs something new and won't be held back in her life anymore. And then Lily and Damien are kissing as Kane walks up on them. If Damien wasn't already on Kane's list of targets, he is now. I don't even know why Kane ever thought he had a shot with Lily given their messy past and the way he left town. All this and lots more coming next week on Why and Art. The Young and the Restless spoilers are in for Monday, July 7th, 2025. Fans can expect Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, to seize an opportunity to strike back. Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, chases after Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn. Meanwhile, Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, gives Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver mixed signals. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Kyle Abbott's mixed signals. Let's begin with Kyle and Audra, who are stuck spending time together on this trip to Nice. While they can't leave and have no way to communicate with the outside world, Audra suggests that they do some brainstorming. The only problem is that Audra isn't dressed. In a preview clip, Kyle gets up from a chair and tells Audra to get dressed and they can discuss business in the dining hall. The brunette doesn't wait for Kyle to leave. Instead, she starts to disrobe right there in front of him. So, will Kyle fall into temptation or will keep walking out? Audra Charles perplexed. While Kyle rejects Audra's temptation, she will wonder why. Audra will need something to report back to Victor. Although Audra has always been able to seduce men in the past, her charm just doesn't seem to be working on Kyle lately. With how hard Audra is trying, it just might have tipped him off. Jack Abbott troubled. Over with Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman. A preview clip shows that he's really troubled about Jabot. The company has already been targeted by Victor. However, Jack could soon realize that he faces a double threat. As long as they have no communication, Kane is taking charge in Genoa City. Victor Newman's opportunity. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Victor had his suspicions about Kane being Aristotle Dumas since the trip began. The patriarch also assured Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, and Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, that he already has a plan. It is teased that Victor will strike back at Kane. So, what does he do, and how will this affect the situation? Monday, July 7th, 2025. It is also teased that Phyllis chases after Kane. Fans know that Kane told Phyllis there could be a spot for her on the team later on. However, he needed to know if Phyllis was willing to betray Jack and even Nick. Phyllis said she was, but this could have been a trick question. If Phyllis is so quick to betray her friends, then Kane would be a fool to trust her. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Monday, July 7th, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next.